do think we're changing our approach because, not to get too methodical, but Sun Tzu, see yourself, see the enemy, see the environment, and those things are changing. And so if you want to be an organization that can continue to contribute, and for us, it's a synchronization and integration of our total capabilities to ensure material readiness, confidence for our soldiers in the equipment they have on the battlefield, then we have to change. I would suggest that business-like is not the approach I'm trying to achieve. The words I use are operationalizing our efforts. It's about understanding our efforts, our discipline, our accountability in what we do and how it impacts the output of things on the battlefield. And as I quickly kind of reviewed the 6 objectives I have, all designed to meet the Chief's priorities: readiness, modernization of the force, and taking care of soldiers and civilians. What we're just trying to do is hold ourselves accountable to that output. And it's not that we weren't doing that, because there's been great commanders ahead of General Lee Masters and myself, and there's a continued incredible excellence in the workforce that has been a constant. But in order to adapt to times that are changing, whether it's because communications is so much faster, global events are occurring more rapidly, global events are becoming cumulative, we just have to adjust the way we do things. And I need predictable and consistent funding. I need the budget to be passed early in October like it's supposed to be, and provided to us. That's what I ask for. Consistent funding allows me to plan and execute with breadth and depth, and provide confidence to the workforce that what they're doing every day is important, that they're producing a product that is required, and then 3, they'll be able to take care of themselves and their families.
Speaking of Michigan, you have the National Automotive Center working very collaboratively with the Detroit automakers. What would there's a big move right now going into solar and very more hydrogen-empowered things like that. Is that the direction that you see working with Detroit, or a different direction?
I don't see a specific direction in that. I see that we need to be open to those types of innovative ideas. And the collaboration in sessions like today and the partnership that you just highlighted will allow us to see those things coming in early in our design, right, and development of that capability. And there'll be advantages and disadvantages that have to be assessed. But yeah, there's a lot of potential for that. Yes. What I worry about, me, Senior Logistician of the Army and the AMC Commander, is decluttering the battlefield with commodities. And so in light of that question, read that as fuel, right, as a good example. The less fuel a tank needs, the less fuel I have to move up the line of communication to support it. So if we can figure out an energy saving way to move a tank, right, in maneuver in the attack with less fuel, then that means less capability on the battlefield behind it. And so that's the approach we're taking with, right? We want the greatest advantages for our soldiers, right? Because we don't want it to be a fair fight. We want it to be moral and ethical, but we don't want to give the advantage to the enemy.
Last summer you tested autonomous trucks on Flint, driving up to Flint, and haven't seen much since then. Are you still pursuing that?
Absolutely are, and the team from TARDEC can actually give you the details. We'll do an advanced technology demonstration in September up at Camp Grayling. And then there's been some directed requirements that have come out of the Chief of Staff of the Army as we look at autonomous, we call them leader-follower vehicles, that we'll actually put out in the force and put a lot of miles on them to test this capability and see how it can be applied in a tactical environment, as the boss said.
Ask you real quick, what's the head count now at TACOM TARDEC? How many folks you got there?
So as you shred it out, there's about 3,700 that are on the arsenal right now. About 2,000 of those fall into, the Integrated Logistics Support Center and the sustainment work we do, and about 1,100 inside the TARDEC bubble. And then you have the Acquisition Center and the PEOs as well. When you add all that together on the arsenal, you get pretty close to 7,000.